Hey guys, it's Sign here with Hobbies Man. Once again, today we're going to be doing another first impressions review. Today we're going to be looking at 2.5 Dimensional Seduction by Yu Hashimoto, published by 7 Seas. You guys can see it right there in the corner. This is a small size. This is $14. It's pretty average for their ecchi titles, and it's worth it. I think it's good. It does not have color pages, although it should. However, I enjoyed the story enough to avoid that problem here because there was no recent price hike. These are always priced like this, and they usually don't have color pages, so it's not that big of a deal, right? So the reason I get mad about it with Viz is because their marketing for their signature line is that it is the best version that they can produce that is in a deluxe edition, and it's already more expensive than their usual fare. And then they still don't add the what's it called? The color pages. I don't care with 7 Seas because they never say that anything is deluxe unless it is deluxe. And when it is deluxe, it has color pages. It's a hardcover. It's awesome. Like everything about it is treated well. This is just a normal volume. And if a normal volume doesn't have color pages, it's annoying, but it's ultimately not that big of a deal because it is what it is. It bothers me with the signature line and with things that are supposed to be super popular, like Spy Family, not having color pages, right? So, yeah, those are my thoughts on that. I just wanted to explain myself because when I reviewed the Seal of Celestial Shadows volume, I spent a long time harping on the fact that I didn't like that it didn't have color pages, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm being hypocritical or ignoring it in this case for no reason, right? There is a reason why I'm ignoring it, or I'm willing to let it go, and it's because this is just a normal manga volume. The Viz signature is supposed to be a signature edition, which is like a nicer edition than your standard fare, right? And it's not, because it's just a normal volume that's a larger size. That's not actually special, right? It honestly, it should be shorter so that it's actually cheaper. But it is what it is. It's published by 7 Seas, like I said. The demographic here is shonen. This is actually a shonen Jump title, although it's a Jump Plus title. And I think that means that it publishes on the second Shonen Jump magazine, or on the Manga Plus app. I'm not really sure. I can't remember how it works, but it is technically a Shonen Jump title, and it's one of their edgier titles, which is why Viz doesn't carry it, because they protect their brand kind of weirdly, where they like care about not having stuff like this, so they shunt it off to 7 Seas. But then they have like stuff like Dan. Or some of the other Viz signature stuff, right? So, I don't know. I don't really understand Viz sometimes, but it is what it is. The genres here are ecchi, slice of life, and what I would consider a hobby manga, which usually is just a rebranding or a slightly different take on the ecchi slice of life stuff, right? So, yeah, adaptations-wise, it is coming later this year, sometime in 2024, I think in July, for the summer season, although I'm not really sure. Is that how it works? Is July summer or spring? I can't remember. I think it is summer. So yeah. And the premise here is that Okumura is an otaku. He has sworn off 3-dimensional girls, aka real people, and decided that he only loves 2D girls, especially this one waifu he has called Lilia, who is best girl, right? One day, he's reminiscing about the fact that he misses his old buddies from the manga club, and that he's sad that he's alone now. When this girl, Lilisa, I don't know how to say her name. It's really confusing. It's one of these Japanese takes on English names that just like is insane. It's one of those. But she shows up, and she appends his reality, his beliefs, because she's a girl, she's a super otaku, and her waifu is the same waifu that he has. And not only that, she wants to cosplay her, including all the skimpy outfits, and she needs Okumura's help to take pictures of her for a special cosplay show-off thing that she wants to do, now that she is like old enough to do it. And it's weird, but I enjoyed reading it, so sue me, I guess. I don't know. It's basically a very ecchi version of My Dress Up Darling. My Dress Up Darling already has ecchi elements, but that is a much more wholesome story. This one is a lot more raunchy for the sake of being raunchy, so your mileage may vary. If you can only tolerate so much, I recommend you read My Dress Up Darling instead. Although this is in the same vein with a slightly different take, so I think if you like My Dress Up Darling, you'll probably like this one. So, you know, Your mileage may vary there, but I recommend both. I think they're both enjoyable. And she shakes up his beliefs because she dresses up like Lily, and she looks exactly the same. And so now he's confused. Does he love Lily exclusively? Or does he also like Lisa because she's so good at embodying this character, right? And so that's why the 2.5 dimension aspect comes from. The story then introduces Mikari, who is Okumura's childhood best friend. And it sets up a love rivalry between Lisa, who is unaware, and Mikari, who is very much aware. And so that's more or less where this story ends for this first volume. I really enjoyed the artwork. I think it's great. Although sometimes it feels a little bit too off. Like I understand what the mangaka was going for, but because of their art style, it doesn't look appealing. It actually looks kind of like concerning. Like it looks like creepy instead of sexy. And so this is a problem, but it's pretty minimal. It's not that big of a deal. And I actually don't really like Mikari's introduction because it doesn't work for this part of the story yet. I feel like Okumura needs to develop his relationship with Lisa or Lilisa or whatever the fuck however you say your name, a lot more before Mikari can come in and be jealous. And I don't think that it was the right move to speed this process up so much. Maybe the manga wasn't expecting a long runtime, and then they did get it, and so that's why it feels off. But I think that the pacing of this love rivalry is a bit too quick. And so I don't love it, but I was okay with it eventually, and I'm excited to see where it goes. This is pretty enjoyable, but it's not going to be for everyone, so be aware of that. Don't pick this up unless you're 18 years old or older, and if you're able to deal with the severe etchiness of this story, because if you just get it and then start complaining about it, it doesn't help anything, right? So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought down below, and see you guys later.